Okay, so we start the movie and bang, there's the title straight away. No credits, we just go right to the movie, which is awesome. Okay, then we cut to Metro West Police Precinct and we're introduced to the main character Murphy. And he's introduced to his new partner, Officer Lewis. And she's just kicking the shit out of some guy. I don't know whatever the fuck he did, but all I know is I wouldn't want to piss her off. Now let's head over to OCP, which is the big corporation of the film. And some good old gotta love 'em 80s yuppies are attending a board meeting. And this meeting is being held by Big Dick Jones. This guy's the bad guy of the film, that's all you need to know. And he's there to pimp off his latest project, the Ed 20-9. Look at that thing, it is seriously badass and it will fuck anybody up, like this guy right here. Just watch. Oh man, he got fucked. Wait, it's still going. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. I think he's fucking dead now. And the old man who runs OCP is not very pleased about this. He's all like, I need to go change my underwear after seeing that. And Bob Morton quickly jumps in to pitch his idea, the Robocop program, and Big Dick Jones is like, no, and the old man's like, after I've had my prune juice, you can give me a presentation. Back with Murphy and Lewis, they've suddenly got a call on the radio about bank robbery, so off they go. And then we cut to one of the best bits of the whole film, which is the introduction of Clarence Boddicker. He's the badass of the film with his whole gang, and they don't take shit from anybody, but he's not fucking happy because they burnt the fucking money! And then Murphy and Lewis have found them. So we have a quick shootout in the middle of the road, and then one of Clarence's men, Bobby, gets shot in the leg. But rather than help this guy, Clarence orders his guys to pick the guy up, and then he delivers one of the best lines in the whole film.
Can you fly, Bobby?
And then they throw him out! And he lands on their windshield, totally annihilating it, and Clarence and his gang get away, but thankfully Murphy and Lewis are able to catch up with them. They've tracked him down to an abandoned steel mill, and rather than wait for backup to come, they're going to go in and arrest them. Lewis is quickly dealt with, while Murphy finds two of them, kills one of them, and then he's surrounded by the rest of them. And then the shit hits the fan for Murphy. I mean, just watch. Boom! They've blown his fucking hand off! But then the best is yet to come. He staggers up, turns around, and then they fucking put more shells in him than humanly fucking possible. Just look. But then, the best bit is, he's still a fucking alive after all that. So Clarence finishes his job, he pulls out a handgun and blows Murphy's fucking brains out. And then he and his gang fuck off and Lewis finds Murphy's body. So he's taken to a hospital where they're going to attempt to revive him, but you know it's not going to work, because I mean, look what fucking happened to him. So then he blacks out. And after some few sequences and little glimpses of what they're doing to him, he's unveiled, he's fucking Robocop. So Robo takes a cop car and he's going to clean up the streets of old Detroit. First stop is a mum and pop store where he saves them from a robber, saves a woman by being raped by shooting the guy in the dick, and then saves the mayor and his bitches from this random crazy guy, and then punches that motherfucker out a window. So we go back to OCP and Bob Morton has been promoted because of the Robocop program. And he's talking to a fellow yuppie about whatever the fuck yuppies used to talk about in those days. I don't know, I wasn't one of them, fuck 'em. So they go over to the urinals to take a piss, probably going to measure each other's dicks as well while they're at it. And they're insulting Big Dick Jones, and there's a guy in a crapper taking the biggest dump ever, because one guy fucking legs it because it probably stank that bad, and guess who it is? It's Big Dick Jones. And Bob's friend quickly legs it while pissing his pants. And Big Dick Jones tells Bob he don't take shit from no one, and he's going to fuck him up at the first possible opportunity, man. Back at the police station, we see Robocop sitting in his chair and he starts spazzing out. He's dreaming about the night Clarence and his gang killed him. And because of that, Robocop then gets up, he runs into Lewis, and she knows who he is. She's like, Murphy, it's you. But he goes off anyway, takes a cop car, finds Emil robbing a gas station, and then the whole fucking place blows up. Robo questions Emil, wants to know who he is, doesn't get anything out of Emil, so then he goes back to the police station, and then this giant metal spiked dildo comes out of his hand, and then he plugs it into a computer, finds out that way. And then he finds out a certain Officer Alex J. Murphy is dead, so he knows who he is now. So then Robocop randomly goes to a nightclub to look for one of Clarence's men, and he finds one of them, he finds Leon Nash. And I guess nobody ever told Leon this, but you should never kick a robot in the balls, because robots have got balls of steel. And secondly, if you do attempt to kick a robot in the balls, you should do it only if you're a robot yourself, because otherwise your foot's gonna fucking hurt. So then Robo takes Leon away, he's gonna have a little chit-chat with him. And then we cut back to Bob Morton. He's got two of the most important things yuppies would have needed back in those days, coke and whores. It's a winning combination. So then there's a knock on the door, and guess who it is? Oh yeah, it's Clarence Boddicker. He points a gun at Bob, says, "Bitches leave," and then he shoots Bob in the fucking legs. And then Clarence whips out a DVD off thing. This film was way ahead of its time, but anyway, yeah, he puts in this CD, and guess who turns up on the TV? It's Big Dick Jones. And he pretty much says, "You remember that time I told you not to fuck with me? Yeah, well, you should have listened, because nobody fucks with Big Dick Jones. I've got a bigger dick than you, and I'm willing to prove it right now by having my good friend here blow the shit out of you." And that's exactly what happens. Clarence pulls out a grenade, pulls the pin out, puts it on the table, leaves, and then the whole place fucking blows up. And then we head off to a cocaine factory, and Clarence is there with some extra guys of his we've never seen before, and some fat dude called Sal's there. Clarence says some things, fat dude says some things, guns get pulled out. And then the fucking front door comes down and Robocop walks in. So they all start open firing on him, but he's made of fucking titanium, the bullets are just going to bounce right the fuck off him. So he just starts shooting all of them. And he kills all of them, but Clarence Boddicker. And then he starts throwing that fucker through the windows. And not one window or two, but like 3. Jesus fucking Christ. So Clarence is now pleading to fucking get Robocop to stop. He starts singing who it was that hired him to do all this shit. So Robo finds out it was Big Dick Jones. He takes Clarence to the police station so he can get arrested. And you can tell Clarence just doesn't give a toss because he says,
Just give me my fucking phone call.
And then Robo heads over to OCP to go and arrest Big Dick Jones. But there's one tiny little problem. You see, when he goes to arrest Big Dick Jones, he finds out his fourth directive is he can't arrest a senior member of OCP. So he can't do shit right now. And then Big Dick Jones whips out his big dick machine, Ed 209, to sort Robocop out. And Robocop is pretty much getting raped by Ed 209 right now, but ED 209's got one little problem, and that's stairs. So Robo makes a break for the stairs, and then when Ed 209 tries to follow him, he slips, falls down, and then he's kicking and screaming like a little fucking 5-year-old who can't get the toy that they want. Robo's pretty badly beaten after his fight with ED 209, so then when he goes into the parking lot, Dick Jones has called in a motherfucking SWAT team. And then they open fire on him, and they're fucking putting more ammunition into him than you can shake a fucking stick at. Robo rolls over a ledge, and then Lois comes along and saves the day. She puts him in the cop car, and then they quickly drive away. Meanwhile, Clarence Boddicker goes and pays a quick visit to Big Dick Jones, and Big Dick Jones is not a happy bunny. Basically because Robocop got away, and he knows evidence that's going to totally fuck his career up. Meanwhile, at the abandoned steel mill where Murphy was killed, that's where Robo and Lewis are hanging out, and Robocop takes his helmet off, and Jesus fucking Christ, that is horrendous. Back with Clarence, he's rounded up the gang, and he shows them this big fucking cannon that Big Dick Jones has given them to go and hunt Robocop down, and they're playing with it. They blow up a car, and then they blow up a shop, and now they're gonna go fucking kill Robocop. So using a tracker Big Dick Jones has given them, they arrive at the steel mill, and then Robocop just lays waste into them. He kills the token black guy first off. And Emil's in a van, and he's going to run down Robocop, but he's not a very good driver because he ends up driving into a vat of toxic waste. Stupid dick. He comes out and he looks like fucking Michael Jackson if you left him in the sunlight for 2 hours. Lewis is chasing after Clarence Boddicker, and he fucking runs over Emil, and then they crash! He guns down Lewis, and then he's like, "Bye-bye, baby," but then Robocop comes along to save the day. And Robo's going to shoot Clarence, but then Leon Nash drops this shit ton of girders on Robo, burying him alive. But then he gets what's coming to him, because then Lois blows the shit out of him with one of them Vulcan cannons. And then Clarence Boddicker grabs this metal pole and stabs it through Robocop's chest, and then he just gives us this great facial impression of what it's like when you got diarrhea. But then out comes the spiked dildo of doom, and Robocop stabs it in Clarence's neck and kills him. That's a pretty dick move, but not as bad as shooting that guy in the dick like he did earlier in the film. Robo decides to go have a quick visit to OCP, and then there's an Ed 209 out there, so he blows the shit out of him. And while Big Dick Jones is giving a presentation about Ed 209, Robocop just bursts into the fucking boardroom. And Dick Jones shits himself, pretty much. And Robo shows the whole boardroom evidence of Big Dick Jones confessing that, yeah, he had Bob Morton killed. So Big Dick grabs a gun, he's holding the old man hostage, and the old man's like, "Oh, where are my din-dins?" And Big Dick's giving off these list of demands he wants, but Robocop can't do shit because he's still an employee of OCP. But then the old man's like, "Oh, you son of a bitch, you're fired!" Perfect opportunity, Robo takes his gun out and he shoots him through the fucking window. Robo spins his gun all professional like, and the old man's like, "What's your name, kid?" And then Robo's just like,
Murphy.
and that was pretty much Robocop.